Okay, thank you again. Welcome everyone to the press conference of the Business Regular Office. We are here to announce, we are here to confirm that there's going to be an adjustment based on the foreign currency differential adjustment for Manila Water customers for the water bill for the second quarter of 2025. I won't read the press release anymore. I will give you a copy. I'll just try to explain what the meat of the announcement which is regarding foreign currency differential adjustment of Manila Water. Okay, just to give you a background, the foreign currency differential adjustment is a pass-through mechanism set up by the MWSS Regulatory Office and approved by the Department of Finance in relation to the foreign currency denominated loans of the two concessionaires. And this is a quarterly review tariff mechanism that will allow the concessionaires to recover losses or to give back gains arising from fluctuations in foreign exchange rates in payment for the payment of their foreign currency denominated loans that are used to fund the expansion and improvement of water and wastewater services inside the concession area. It is a corrective mechanism formulated by the MWSSRO to avoid under-recovery or over-recovery caused by forex movements. So this is a pass-on mechanism and it is a no gain, no loss principle. So I'd like to announce, so that I think there's a lot of new people here, new faces. They don't know about what is the foreign currency differential adjustment. They can ask me further clarificatory questions later. I'll just go through the slides for the impact to the consumers. Okay. As for the FCDA for the first quarter of the 2025 for Manila Water customers, the unsewered basic charge is at 47 pesos and 10 centavos. And the FCDA as of the first quarter is at 61 centavos. The environmental charge is at 11.78, the government tax is at 55, or an all-in tariff of 61 pesos and 4 centavos. Because of the FCDA, there is going to be an increase from 61 centavos to 65 centavos, or a 4 centavo increase, resulting in an all-in tariff of 61 pesos and 8 centavos compared to 61.04. So it's a 4 centavos all-in tariff impact. For sewer lines, it's previously at 47.10 as well for the basic charge. The FCDA is still the same, but there's a sewer charge of 15.47, which is not touched at all. So the all-in tariff for sewer customers is at 76.91 for the first quarter of 2025, but for the second quarter of 2025, it is going to be at 76.95, which is a 4 centavos adjustment. So now, what is the impact of this adjustment to the water bills of regular consumers? For enhanced lifeline consumers consuming 20 cubic meters or less, this will have zero impact. And this means that their tariff will not adjust at all. This has no zero impact on them because this is not applicable to them. This is for enhanced lifeline and low income households consuming for enhanced lifeline 20 cubic meters or less, low income 10 cubic meters or less. These are low income are basically those who do not need to register and they are in an area in West Community that are identified as low income. So as long as they don't consume more than 10 cubic meters, they will not they will be covered by the low income. Enhanced lifeline are actually a program that the Manila Water started to implement. You need to all the customers need to do is to register if they are 4-piece beneficiaries. So you can contact Manila Water and apply for this enhanced lifeline. And you have if you consume less than 20 cubic meters, you can be covered by this enhanced lifeline, which will have a preferential rate. That means that you will be subject to lower tariff, monthly tariff, as can be seen from the that if you consume 10 cubic meters or less, your monthly water bill will only be 91 pesos and 40 centavos. If you consume 20 cubic meters, your monthly water bill will be 274.67 compared to regular customers of 255.04 and 563.92. So that's the incentive for registering if you are a 4Ps. This is a targeted benefit to the customers in Manila Water area that are members of the 4Ps. So this benefit is really targeted to the low-income households. Now, for going back to the regular customers, if you consume 10 cubic meters, your monthly water bill before was 254 pesos and 83 centavos. The new water bill, because of the increase in the FCBA, will result in a monthly water bill of 255.04 or a 21 centavos increase in your monthly water bill. For those who are consuming 20 cubic meters, your monthly water bill was 563.47 and this will increase to 563 pesos 0.92 or an increase in your monthly water bill of 45 centavos. For those who are consuming 30 cubic meters, your monthly water bill was at 1,148.75 and it will increase to 1,149 pesos and 65 centavos or an increase in your monthly water bill of 90 centavos. So that's this amount has been studied by the NWSSRO and has been recommended to the Board of Trustees, which has approved the adjustment yesterday. As for Maynilad customers, Maynilad has agreed to defer their tariff adjustment so that there will be no announcement for them. So only Manila Water customers are affected for this FCBA period. Okay, thank you. So we'll go to the Q&A. So please, can you please identify yourself and ask your question? Yes.
Sir, just for some by purposes.
Can you please identify yourself?
Sir, just for Arcalas from Philippine Star. Sir, for some by purposes, yung minimum increase na 4 centavos was a result of a slight weakening in peso currency foreign exchange.
Yes, that is correct. There was a slight adjustment in the foreign currency, specifically the US dollar. So it weakened, so it slightly weakened, so that's why there was 4 centavos adjustment.
Sir, just my second question ako. Sir, why Manila decided to differ? Or many colleagues are good about it?
It's basically it's a business decision of Maynilad to defer this. For this quarter, basically, Manila Water has proactively implemented its approved FCBA adjustment because of they want the water tariff to reflect the current economic conditions. Because this will not lead to an excessive accumulation in the future of the next quarter. Meanwhile, Maynilad has opted to defer its scheduled adjustment to mitigate Maynilad has opted to defer its scheduled adjustment to mitigate the immediate financial pressure to consumers. This deferment, which will see the adjustment applied in the next quarter, is a business decision and is not a waiver of the required. So just like to clarify, yes, I'd like to confirm that it would have resulted also in an increase, but Maynilad, in its business decision, chose to defer this at this time. Please note that the NWSSRO will not allow any deferment if it's a reduction. So only increases may be deferred, and this is based on the sound discretion, business decision, and management prerogative of the two concessions. But both concessionaires still remain committed to delivering quality water and wastewater services to their customers. And the NWSSRO will continue to closely monitor their operations to ensure that the service obligations of the two concessionaires are met and that the public interests are protected. Yes,
ma'am. Sir, you said po na it would have been an increase for Maynilad's So, magkano po ang potential increase and would this reflect na rin po for the next quarter?
It would have been around 7 centavos thereabouts. In the all-in tariff for Manila Water is 4 centavos. So Maynilad is around 7 centavos. This will be yes, that is correct. It will accumulate, and this will be implemented in the next quarter, or third quarter of this year. So whether or not it depends now whether the peso appreciates or depreciates against the US dollar and Japanese yen and euro. And if there's any movement, it will have an impact, and it will just be completed for the next quarter. Yes, ma'am.
Opo, sir, i-clarify ko lang kasi dun sa all-in tariff impact, parang lumalabas 4 centavos. Pero bakit po pagdating dito sa, ano na, parang hindi pala siya yung 0.04 times 10?
Yes, that's correct. That is correct. Thank you for that question. Again, this computation is an all-in tariff, which means this is the average tariff of all customers, meaning commercial, residential, and industrial. And it factors in the consumption pattern, because the more you consume, the more expensive it will be. If you notice, the monthly water bill for consumers it will not double if you consume double. Your monthly water bill of 255 pesos, if you consume 20 cubic meter, it's not double your monthly water bill. There's a slight exponential increase. And this exponential increase will exponentially grow the more you consume. So if you consume 30 cubic meters, it's not 255 times 3. It's more than that. It's 1,149. It will exponentially increase because we are trying to promote water conservation. So in order for us to promote this, we will reward those who consume less, and those who consume more are required to subsidize the consumption of those who are consuming less. Because for example, the regular customers, we're not even talking about the low income or the enhanced lifeline customers. They are actually being subsidized by the high users. So their monthly bill is only 255 pesos. But this does not reflect the actual cost of the concession. The actual cost is 61 pesos and 8 centavos per cubic meter. So their monthly water bill should have been 610 pesos, thereabouts, if we compute it based on everyone equally. So, but again, the principle here in the Philippines is we need to subsidize, of course, the low-income households, and those we want to encourage water conservation, and we want to prevent excessive water consumption. That is why the monthly water bill is graduated in such a manner to encourage water conservation. We don't have this here right now, but we normally just announce the residential. The commercial impact is significantly higher. Yes, sir.
Sir, ng DCX, sir. Kailan mag-reflect sa mga consumer itong magre-reflect sa bill ng itong pagtaas?
Manila Water is required to publish this by March 16 for this to be effective April 1. So that's part of the requirement as the I've already informed Manila Water and Maynila about the decision of the MWSS Board of Trustees today, this morning. Yes, ma'am.
Sir, clarificator po today. Sir, yung doon lang sa Manila, na nag-refer po, posibleng factor kung kaya yung higher demand this summer. Sabi ko, gusto nilang i-increase yung factor. Posible po kaya dahil din sa higher demand na expected this summer.
Again, this is agnostic. This is basically this is a pass on, and there's no gain, no loss principle. So this, I don't think it's because of the summer season or any increase in the consumption, but merely a business decision for Maynila, because we want to mitigate the immediate financial pressures for consumers. So it's their business decision, and no gain, no loss principle. This will just accumulate and be applied in the next quarter, or this is in the third quarter of this year. Yes, sir.
Sir, will MWSS allow yung posibilidad na maniningil din ang Maynila eventually ng the same rate? Kasi nung first quarter, nag-defer na naman po sila.
Sorry, there's
Di ba
no...
nung first quarter, di ba? Hindi rin po sila nagtaas no? Nung first quarter, tama po ba siya?
Nagtaas.
Nagtaas sila?
Yes.
Pero i-allow ho ba na i-carry on po nila doon sa next quarter after this, yung deliver po nila ngayon? Will that...
Yes, that is correct. That's the mechanism of the FCDA, that this amount will accumulate and be applied in the next quarter. So this principle is a no gain, no loss. So this is a purely pass on. Please take note that the two concessionaires will not earn any income for the FCDA. They will not this adjustment based on the the foreign currency exchange fluctuations is a purely pass on amount, and this will not result in any income on the part of Manila Water or
Sir, kasi ngayon summer season na, tapos baka magulat yung mga consumers ng Manila Water. Sabihin, centavos lang naman yung tinaas ng FCDA. Pero baka magulat sila na baka tumaas because of consumption. Seasonally po ba talagang magkagaling yung init na yung panahon? Kasi baka hindi na ma-factor hindi na ma-factor in na tumataas din yung consumption.
okay. Again, sorry. I just like to clarify. This is not part of any summer or any summer season tariff adjustment. There is no such thing. There's no mechanism right now. But we are studying that option in the future. But at this time, there's no mechanism for summer season or a peak season demand. So it is what the basic charge is the same from January 1 to December. So only the FCDA will adjust.
Yes, okay. Sir, gusto ko lang i-clarify is,
Sorry, just like to clarify, to clear up. If you notice, the first quarter and the second quarter, basic charge, environmental charge, government taxes, sewerage charge are the same. Only the FCDA will be adjusted.
But I think, sir, kung po sakali, baka kasi lumakas din yung consumption nila. Yun po yung what I'm trying to point out. Baka kasi isipin nila, centavos na naman yung binila ng FCDA. Pero ba't lumaki yung bill ko? Maybe perhaps dahil lumalakas ang konsumo during summer season.
Yes, there is normally a slight increase in the consumption of the consumers during the summer season. So that can be that will be the factor, because the more you consume, the more expensive. Sometimes if you consume just less than 20 cubic meters before the summer season, and because of the heat, you consume more, it will result in a higher water bill. But it's based on your consumption. Remember, this is fixed. The tariff table is fixed. The basic charge is fixed for the entire year. And if there's any tariff adjustment, we will make that adjustment. But normally we do the computation during the rate basic, which is once every 5 years. And the rollout of these tariff adjustments will be done normally annually. That's why the normal tariff adjustments are done.
I was just curious if you can say if you anticipate further FCDA increases within the year, and if so, by how much?
Okay, sorry, no, I don't think anyone can predict the peso appreciation or depreciation. If I can do that, I won't be here. I'll be a billionaire. You'll be the richest person in the world who can anticipate accurately all this, the movement of this fluctuation in foreign currency.
High probability.
Yeah, you cannot, again, there is, if I can do that with certainty, I will not be here. I will probably be retired and living on interest.
And then for soundbite purposes,
I think we don't.
can we say what factors contributed to the, is there a breakdown of the exchange rate fluctuations that you implemented for the FCBA?
Okay, I have the figures. The exchange rate in the previous quarter for the US dollar was at 56. As this is for the previous quarter, 56.0713 for the US dollar. It increased to 58.44. That's 56 pesos point 0713 US dollar to Philippine peso. The one we use for the exchange rate is at 58.44.
So that's first quarter last year versus first quarter this year.
Yes, the exchange rate.
Sir, from quarter per quarter.
Per quarter. From 56 to 50. That's the difference.
First.
The previous FCTA, the one we used before, is based on 56.07. The next one, for this quarter, we use 58.44. For yen, it actually, if you notice, the difference is only $4. Because only the US dollar appreciated. The yen actually depreciated. The yen depreciated from, if you want this figure, it's 0.39, 0.3915 previous quarter. The current quarter we use 0.3823. For euros, it also depreciated against the peso. The peso appreciated against the euro from 62.2478. It's now 61.2943. So if you notice, the adjustment is only for seconds. So it can mitigate each other. It basically it can cancel each other out. But at the end of the day, it's still an increase because of the significant adjustment.
Hello. Hello, sir. Good morning. Ed Paolo Salvi from the Manila Times. To clarify lang po, sir, like, yung mga increases po like on the very right for Manila Water, like the 0.21 centavos. So that is like for the whole second quarter lang po, no, sir? Yung after that po, sir. Sorry. Yan po.
Yes, this one.
Yes po. Yung 0.21 that applies po like para for the whole second quarter na pwede like hindi po like 0.21 for April, and another 0.21 for May, and another 0.21.
Yes, for the entire second quarter, that will be your water bill. Your water bill, if you consume 10 cubic meters for April, May, June, that will be your water bill, 255.05, or 21 centavo increase in your water. So for these 3 quarters, around 63 cents on top of your 3 monthly water bill.
I see. Thank you very much.
So on April, May, June, July, it will now depend on the next computation, which we cannot determine at this time because it will be depending on a lot of factors, and normally international factors like what will happen in the current trade war,
Yes.
the U.S., how it will affect the Philippines. So all of these things, these are all speculations, and we cannot determine yet at this time. I'm not an expert on this one. Nobody can determine for us. Everyone can give a projection, and the problem is if you ask several people, they'll have several different answers. And nobody will have 100% batting average. No one can do that. If you can do that, you'll be the richest person in the world.
Yes, thank you very much.
Sir, what are saving measures given our
Well, we remind people to keep on checking their water meter and water consumption, and to double check if there's any leaks in their household. We also encourage people to shower when they are showering, washing their hands, to stop, to close the faucet when they're soaping, and open it afterwards. And of course, we encourage everyone to practice water conservation by trying to reuse their used water for other purposes, such as watering plants or flushing the toilet, something similar. So this will help mitigate your monthly water bill. Any questions? Or you want me to say this in Tagalog?
Huwag na, sir. Pero kayo magtagal.
Medyo bulog. Thank you. Thank you. All right.
Sir, kung hindi kukuhan lang, sir. Sir, kung hindi natapos na wala na yung cover.
Yung may covers.
Kung ano lang po ito, kasi di ba medyo nag-improve na ngayon yung peso compared to US dollar. Pwede mas mataas pa sana kung hindi nag-gain yung, kung hindi nag-strengthen yung peso. Because medyo bumababa na, sir. Well,
It will have an impact in the next
sa next.
FCBA quarter. So in the third quarter. So if the peso appreciates now until probably a few months from now, it will have an impact on the next quarter. So this could be this could lead to a downward adjustment. Please take note. If you notice, the FCDA is at points positive 61, so it's an add-on. For Maynila, it's actually a negative. It's actually a negative. It's actually a downward. But it's a downward total. But for this month, it would have be an increase. That's the difference. So we would not allow any deferment if it would be a downward adjustment because it would benefit the public. So we will have to make sure that the public interest is protected. But if it's an upward and either of the two will be willing to defer it, then that's fine.
Yun, sir, yung 7 centavos dapat.
Yes. It would have been a downward adjustment. Sorry. It would have been the upward adjustment of 7 centavos.
Sa audit.
Audit. Not IDC.
So, what time period was for? Is it beginning January?
I think we use September and December. September and December because of those they need to have a reference point and to pay for the loan, the foreign currency differential, the foreign currency loans during that period. Because they can pay, you have to pay regular payments every time. So these loans are dependent on when the repayment is depending on when the loan was obtained and when the repayment period. Please take note, the FCDA is now limited to specific loans. It's not applicable to all the loans of the concessionaire. It's now limited to those that were obtained before a certain period. Actually, the normal cutoff is the revised concession. So that's the reason why the revised concession agreement basically removed the FCDA from all future loans. So Manila Water and Maynila can no longer pass on the FCDA to the consumers and entities. But of course, this is positive and negative because it is also possible that if the peso appreciates, this will lead to a reduction. The FCDA can subsidize your water bill. It depends, actually. It really depends, and it's really hard to say which one's best because of no one can predict where the peso, US dollar, or all this foreign currency will be going. Whether the peso will appreciate or depreciate. So all of these things need to be factored in.
Pero siya mas heavy po ba tayo sa dollars, US dollars, compared sa yen and US naman?
It depends on Manila Water and Maynila. I think Maynila is more exposed to Japanese yen. I think Manila Water is exposed to euros. More exposed to euros. basically, sorry. These are all basically their management prerogative, and where they can obtain the best rates, the best terms. And a lot of times, sometimes, like for example, why do they have a significant jump in slow? Because of the loans are given normally you're given preferential rates. So if you're given preferential rates and it's denominated in yen, of course you'll get that because of the preferential rate and because of the amount involved. The amount involved that they are required to spend for capex is significant. Sometimes no one bank normally can lend that or be exposed to Maynila or Manila Water because of the single borrower limit requirement under the PSP. So those are the factors that contributes to the two concessions require their need to obtain foreign loans, because normally the Philippine banks will be capped and they will be unable to provide the loans. Remember, the single borrower limit includes all the affiliate companies. These are all the conglomerates. Maynila is owned by the MVP, DMCI, Maribel Group, while Manila Water is owned by the Luzon Group. So all of their companies inside their conglomerates will have an effect on the single borrower limit of exposure of any one bank. So that's the reason why you really need to go abroad to obtain this loan.
For the clarification from FRA regarding the increase sa Maynila, para lang tama yung figures natin.
As 1-0. I stand corrected.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't have the fancy. It's 9 centavos dapat ang adjustment. But Manila Water is 4 centavos. Maynila, if they did not differ, it would have been a 9 centavos. Maynila difference. Sorry, you just got me. Yeah, what else? If you have any quick questions before we end. That's it. Thank you very much, everyone.